Chase Lee Hockey here with the Blue Futon, and I done messed up. I done messed up for the month of June. If you listen to my videos in May, I said I'm gonna slow it down. But all of a sudden, these movies I bought from months ago come in. Amazon has a sale. Criterion has a sale. Kino, Shout, everyone has freaking sales in June, and I went hard in the paint, too hard. Vinegar syndrome. Okay, let's get started because there is a butt ton. But let's start with the big one. The buy two, get one for half off from Amazon, and of course, Shaw Scope Volume 3. I know you can't see it. I have 1 and 2 up there, so I'm making this a third one. I know I have to pick up the Shout Factory ones, but at least the Arrow ones are complete. All right, then we have the Toxic Avenger 4K collection. I know the remake of one is coming out with Peter Dinklage, comes out in August with Elijah Wood as well, and Kevin Bacon, so we'll see how well that one does. All right, next, My Girl 4K. I know this doesn't come with the slipcover. I bought the slipcover on eBay, so I'm waiting for that to come. Let's just do Criterions now, all right? So we have Jojo Janser, Your Life is Calling, a Richard Pryor film. This is the 4K release of his film, kind of his bio, if you want to put it that way. The next one we have Nora. Even though I think it's a little bit overrated, it was pretty cheap, so I had to, buy it. Nora, Sean Baker. All right, next we have Miss Mishima, The Life in 4 Chapters, another 4K release from Criteria. A fun little cover right there. All right, then we have Night Moves in 4K. I believe this is Gene Hackman, if I'm not mistaken. I am correct in this one. Night Moves, Criterion 4K. We have Brazil. This is directed by Terry Gilliam. Another one with Robert De Niro. I know some people either love this movie or absolutely despise this film. Then we have a Japanese movie called Demon Pond. I heard this is bonkers. Absolutely bonkers, weird movie from Japan, 1979. All right, next Criterion. Wait. Oh, right here. Yep, we have, what's this called? With Nail and I. With Nail and I. This is a British movie directed by Bruce Robinson. Has Richard E. Grant in it from 1987. Then we have Three Musketeers, The Four Musketeers. I think it's two movies by Richard Lester. Has Oliver Lee, Christopher Lee, Faye Dunaway, Charles Heston from 1973 and 1974. All right, next one we have Girl Fight, Michelle Rodriguez movie from 2000. I don't know if this is rated PG-13 or R. It doesn't say. I'm guessing it's PG-13, but it does say new 4K restoration, so it does make me wonder if they are going to come out with a 4K version, but this is the Blu-ray. Then we have Evil Does Not Exist from the director of Drive My Car. This is a Blu-ray version. I was really hoping for a 4K, but they didn't make one. All right, then we have Drugstore Cowboy with Matt Dillon, directed by Gus Van Sant. This is from 1989. Heather Graham's also in it. And the last one is Yugetsu. Is a Japanese movie, 4K transfer, 1953. Another one where Criterion made a regular into the 4K. And so let's just start grabbing some. So we have Ted in 4K. So this is a Shout Factory. I'll wait for this to go on sale. A lot of the Shout Factories, I will wait for the slipcover as well. And this one was finally on sale. Ted. Then we have a 4K version of a Korean movie called Harpin. This is recent. I heard this got a little bit of backlash from the Japanese audience because it is about Korea versus Japan. But let's see how this movie goes. Next one we have Jason Statham, Working Man. 4K, I mean, I dug it. Unfortunately, with a lot of these MGM Amazon releases, you're not going to get a lot of special features. And of course, with this one, There is Zip Nada Zilch for special features. All right, next we will go with whatever this big one is. Project A Collection, Jackie Chan. This is from Fortune Star and 88 Films. It looks like you have a bunch of different cuts, a bunch of them. You have a Hong Kong cut, a Taiwanese cut, a Hong Kong cut, an export cut of both films. And it looks like you get a book as well on the into in it. Come on, Chase. Project A and Project A Part 2. What do we got here? In the Lost Lands. Okay, this isn't the greatest film. Paul W.S. Anderson with Dave Bautista and his wife, Mila Jovovich. But it was like, like $7 or something at Walmart. So I was like, why not? Why not? All right, next we have another Shout Factory, UHF Weird Al Yankovic in 4K. This is from the 80s, if I'm not mistaken. 1989, I am correct. But Weird Al Yankovic's movie. All right, next we got Delta Force, Chuck Norris, R-rated. I know after a couple of movies, he refused to do R-rated films, but this is one of them. Delta Force, I can promise you, Delta Force do not do half the things in this film. All right, next we will go with, and also Lionsgate Limited. So this is one of their new ones called May. This one actually has Angela Betts in it, Jeremy Sisso, and Anna Faris. This is from 2002. I'm sorry, 2002 May. All right, then we have The Inspector Wears Skirts 3. I have 1 and 2 already. I'm gonna wait for the third one or fourth one to go on sale. Then I'll buy it, and I'll have all 4 of those films. Next, we have 11 Rebels 4K. This is a Japanese movie. I love these old school, swordplay movies from Japan, so I had to get the 4K version of 11 Rebels. All right, next, I kind of want to keep the Steelbooks together. We'll do that later. All right, here's another shout one. Puri's Bounty. I'm probably saying that completely wrong. There's no special features. It's a Shout Factory release, but it does have Cillian Murphy, Jim Broadbent, Brendan Gleeson, and others. Irish movie for sure. All right, then we have with James Vanderbeek, Formosa Betrayed. I'm probably saying that completely wrong, but it's another movie that probably a lot of people never heard of. It came out in 2010. I heard some good things and bad things about this one. Then we have Tony Jaa, Striking Rescue. I love Tony Jaa since The Protector. I know some people, it's off and on for some of his movies nowadays, but they need to bring him back to do some more badass stuff. All right, When Evil Lurks. This movie is just straight up haunting whatsoever. It is bonkers. If you've never seen this movie, I highly recommend it. It just, you gasp. There's a lot of moments where I was like, oh my God. And 4K, I bet you it looks pretty damn good. All right, here's an Arrow release of Jason Goes to Hell 4K. So this is very interesting where you have Shout Factory doing that big collection, which I have up there, and now different releases in 4K, where Arrow's doing some, Paramount's doing some. Like Paramount did like the first 2, and now Arrow's got this, Jason X and a couple. So I'm still waiting for my Jason X to come in, but Jason Goes to Hell 4K. Steelbook right here, Steelbook right here. All right, A Complete Unknown. Even though I'm not the biggest Bob Dylan fan, I truly enjoyed this movie. It was a lot better than I was expecting it to. So there you go, A Complete Unknown. And a lot of these movies do not have digital codes, so that's interesting. This one was like $13, Little Women, the old school one, Winona Ryder, as well as Susan Sarandon. So why not? It's rated PG for 2 uses of mild language. So FYI for that one for you people that don't like bad words. Already put that one right there. All right, Steelbook, 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 Steelbook. All right, Tokyo Uber Blues. This is one of the Vinegar Syndrome. I always say it wrong. Vinegar, whatever. So this is one about guy from Tokyo during COVID that he decides to be an Uber driver to try to get some money. So I'm very intrigued on this one. All right, next we have Enter the Void. So this is a bonkers movie through and throughout. It has been released a couple of times, but this is another special release that has, it's not 4K just yet, but it does have a book as well as a slipcover on the interior of Enter the Void. All right, China O'Brien. Here we go. Some of these do have numbers on it. Let's see if this one does. It's a 4K release. You do have a nice book with this one. Ooh, fancy. And then you do have, looks like just a normal 4K release. With this one, you have 1 and 2 in it as well. This one is not numbered. You do get some of them, like I said, that are numbered. And China O'Brien is not. I repeat, is not one of them. Or then we have an eye for an eye. This is 3303. I know you can't see that, but this is just a normal Blu-ray release. I think from China, if not mistaken. I think Hong Kong, released in Hong Kong. Then we have one called Out of Order. Doesn't look like it has, but it is a 4K release. It looks like it's an elevator film. Don't get stuck in that elevator, yo. All right, Terror at 10 Killer. Don't know what this is. Some of these were just on stupid cheap, and I was like, why not get it with a slip cover? So Terror at 10 Killer. All right, House of Gucci. I've heard some atrocious things about this one. And Guilty, I have not seen it yet, but like I said, Shout Factory has some sales, and House of Gucci was on sale. Okay, now we have a Arrow release, A Simple Plan, Sam Raimi film with Bill Paxton, Billy Bob Thornton, and Bridget Fonda. And this one is from, what year was this movie released? There's no, 1998, if I'm not mistaken. A Simple Plan. All right, then we have, I rarely buy movies, but The Creep Tapes is actually a pretty bonkers show, as well as the movies. So I do highly recommend that one. All right, Steelbook. All right. The movie that WB messed up on, The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. This is a bonkers movie. It works tenfold. I don't know what WB was thinking for not releasing it, but thank God Ketchup Entertainment came in to grab it and put it for people to watch. All right, this is the first time I saw Halle Berry's boobs. Swordfish. This is a complete movie where it was in the Matrix time with the slow motion and everything like that. This is just one of those movies that it might not be good for some people, but I sure like this movie a lot. I like it a lot. All right, then we have a movie by Robert Wise, The Andromeda Strain, if I'm saying it right. And I'm stupid, people, but this is rated G. We have a 4K, but this is Michael, the guy that wrote Jurassic Park, wrote this movie, so I bet you it's got to be good. All right, then we have Dark City. Interesting director because he's had a lot of hits and misses, like Knowing, this, and he also has some pretty abysmal movies as well. But Alex Poitras, I think he also did I Am Number 4, if not mistaken. Oh, no, that was not him. That was someone else. That was McG, if not mistaken. Anywho, but Dark City 4K. You either love it or love that movie. All right, we got so many more. Steelbook. All right, what do we got? We have The Million Eyes of Sumeru extended version. Okay, these Blue Underground releases are kind of ridiculous. They always have the weirdest films, and they're always kind of expensive, so I always wait till they're a little bit cheaper, and this one got cheaper. All right, then we have Violent Cop and Boiling Point. Looks like 2 different movies. So we will see how this one goes, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, there we go for this one from Vinegar Syndrome. I always say that name wrong because I'm an idiot. Then we have Starve Acre. I know a couple of these, like I said, they were released a long time ago, like in January, and they finally came in the mail. But this one is about some remote family home movie. All right, what do we got next? We got The Coffee Table. This one sold out pretty quick, especially with the steelbook or with the slipcover. But I just heard that this movie is just complete weird. So we have The Coffee Table. All right, let's go over here now so I don't get anything confused. We have Rounding. So this is one about a guy who's at work in a hospital and some things come back to make him go a little bit crazy. But we have Roundings. All right, what do we have here? Men of Deeds. Some of these are very, very low budget. This one is, can't really tell the date on this one, 2002, Romania and Bulgaria. But Men of Deeds, that's a chicken. Chicken on the cover. First time seeing that, actually. That's pretty funny. All right, next we have Destroy All Neighbors. This one had two different slipcovers if you had to choose, and this is one I chose. I thought this one just looked a little bit cooler and had a little bit more to it. This is a Shutter release. Shutter did have a deal with this company to make them physical medias. All right, then we have The Tenant, Roman Polanski film. One of these actually it opens up like this. It's pretty dang cool. And then you open up the movie like this. You do have, it looks like a book and the DVD as well. So there's the book that comes with it. And then here's the slipcover with the 4K release of The Tenant, rated R, Paramount. Paramount does a lot of movies with this company. I'm kind of shocked. I'm kind of shocked. I'm also pretty dang happy about it. Like, why would I complain about more movies? Why would I complain? All right, what do we got here? Another Japanese movie, looks like it, called Violent Panic Big Crash, as well as Wolves, Pigs, and Men. So we get a 2 movie with this one. Heck yeah, more the merrier. Rather have 2 than 1 movie. All right, then we have Dirty Work. So this actually has 3 different cuts. We have the R-rated cut, the PG-13 cut, as well as like the ridiculous cut, if I'm not mistaken. You get the book. You get the. Oh, now I know a lot of people did not like this cover at all. It's sick. It's dirty. It's their job. Dirty Works. Directed by Bob Saget, actually. So I find that very interesting as well. So this is what you get. Dirty Work. I remember seeing this poster when I was little, but not really understanding the title of this movie. So we will see how this is. The question is, what cut do I watch? Because there are 3 of them. We have Navy SEALs, the most ridiculous movie with Charlie Sheen, probably. That makes no sense. This has nothing to do with Navy SEALs. But look at the inside cover. It's them golfing. How adorable. But on the back is Navy SEALs going hard in the paint. And of course, with this one, you have the USA cover with a booklet as well. And then when we open this sucker up, this is what this looks like. Navy SEALs, rated R, Charlie Sheen, as well as Bill Paxton. So another just ridiculous freaking movie. Bill Paxton, man. I like him as an actor. R.I.P. R.I.P. All right, the last one on this side is Vinegar Syndrome Lost Picture Show. So this is a lot of movies, it looks like it. It looks like it has 10 movies. What just happened? Okay, it almost ripped. Not good. So when you open this sucker up, this is what it looks like. It's a lot of just ridiculousness. So that's pretty cool looking. If you want to look at it a little bit closer, that's what you get from this. And then, looks like on one side, you do get a book. Nudity. And then you open this sucker up, and it does look like you get 3 movies on this one. Red Midnight, Rare Blue Apes of Cannibal Isle, and Beware the Black Widow. And maybe Deep Inside as well. And that's what you get with this one. It's right there. It's right freaking there. All right, so you get that with this one. And then on the other side, you get these right here. Barbara, Las Vegas, Slaughter, Last American Horror, Voodoo, Heartbreak, and What's Love. If I read that all correctly. Hopefully I did. And you also get another book as well. More boobs! More boobs! Who doesn't like boobs, though? Who doesn't? So let's put these suckers back in before I continue on. And I'm almost done. I mean, I say that, but that's kind of bold-faced lie, Cotton. Bold-faced lie. All right, let's put these suckers in. Boom, boom. Wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. All right, another Steelbook, 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 Steelbook. All right, we have All of Me, another Lionsgate limited film. Steve Martin has always had silver hair. Then we have Deep Blue Sea, the Arrow release as well. You get a little bit more of this. You get a booklet as well. So, one of those cheesy movies that really is a fun time. Man of the Year, Robin Williams, R.I.P. Some people might say that this is what's happening today, but who knows? Man of the Year. I mean, do you like the results that are happening? All right, then we have Dragon, Bruce Lee. We have a disc that is out of this. Another 4K release, Universal Pictures by Shout Factory. Then we have Holdovers, a fantastic freaking film. Another one from Shout Factory. Unfortunately, it looks like there's not a lot of special features. There's only 4 of them, an alternate ending, deleted scenes in the cast, and an interview with the director, Alex Payne. But we have the Holdovers. All right, then we have the 3 more before I get to the Steelbooks. Red Room. I think this is a French movie, if not mistaken. Maybe, if I'm not mistaken, but I just heard it's absolutely freaking bonkers. Red Room. All right. What do we got? I got. This one is called The Line. Alex Wolff is in it. Louis Palmer. Am I saying that right? Is it called The Line? Yeah, The Line. Hot. Angus Cloud. Denise Richards. Actually, a lot of people in this one. John Malkovich. Damn. A lot of people in The Line, actually. Have I never heard of that one? All right. This one. The Sacrifice Game. So, guilty. Haven't heard this one either. It's a Shudder release. I do not have Shudder, and this is filmed in Canada. All right. Let's go with the Steelbooks, and I'll just show you them, and I'll open them in another video. We got Mickey 17. Even though I thought this was a very mid movie, it was Target, like buy one, get one free. So I said, you know what? I think I could get that Steelbook. Same with Wolfman. It was part of this Target's buy one, get one free. So I said, why not? I've been waiting for get this one, and I got it for pretty cheap. The next one is Moana 2, another part of the Target sales. I got this with Deep Blue Sea, but another one where, even though Disney is putting out these releases for Steelbook, they're all pretty dang expensive still. Then we have Lionsgate, The Crazies. We have this 4K, and Lionsgate does make the best Steelbooks, hands down. Another one from them, Way of the Gun. If you can tell this one actually has a little 3D thing, so that's pretty cool. Again, Lionsgate knows how to do Steelbooks. When we have Basic Instinct, even though Sharon Stone's a dumb lady, she's just a dumb lady. All right, then we have Kings of New York, Christopher Walken, as well as Lawrence Fishburne. Another one that's a Lionsgate release. All right, then we have Long Legs, 4K. So this is why I didn't buy Monkey this month, because I truly think that they are going to make a 4K DVD with a 4K release with a slipcover, or because they're both neon. That's just my guess. That's my guess. All right, Lethal Weapon. This took a minute to get to 4K. It felt like they announced this a long time ago, and we finally have it in our hands. All right, next one we have is Minecraft. Okay, did I like this movie? No, but this is a straight up fever dream that, it's cinema. It's to a point, it's some type of weird ass cinema. You cannot deny that. Kingdom of Heaven. This is a one that sold out pretty damn quick. Going to be hard to get. At least I got it for a decent price when I first, because I realized with some of these, you just got to order on Amazon like that to get a copy. Then we have Gandhi. So this is another one of those sales on Amazon. It's like buy one, get one free. And that was the only reason I'm going to buy it, because by itself, this is like a $47 movie. Like, absolutely ridiculous why it costs so much. But it is a long movie. It is a long film. All right, we have 4 more Steelbooks. Air America, Robert Downey Jr., Mel Gibson. Really enjoyed this movie, actually. It's a little bit ridiculous, but you know what? Why not? It's 4K release. Then we have Body Double, another one on Amazon, which was pretty cheap. That's why I bought it. Brian De Palma. He does make some crazy freaking films. Body Double. 2 more people. We have Ripley, a killer kangaroo from Australia. Why the hell not? And finally, Knight's Tale. So this is another one that I think sold out. Oh, and it has an unrated version? What? And the unrated version is actually 12 minutes longer. This is interesting. I did not know there was an unrated version with this one. That is pretty freaking sweet. And that is June. Oh my god, I might be sweating from all that moving. Chase out here at the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. Welcome to this Futontopia. You Blue Futonians. Thank you for watching for a great day. I don't care if you watch this today, tomorrow, week from now, month, year from now, every single freaking one of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. And my god, this was a lot of freaking films. I am an idiot.